Hello, my beautiful boring people. My name is Victoria, and today I want to talk about The Savage Song by Victoria Schwab. It's very interesting, but also semi-predictable. It's a dystopian setting where you have good versus evil, but you're trying to figure out what evil actually is and who's the monster and who's not, and what makes a monster. Is it human or an actual monster? I don't know. You're gonna have to read to find out. It's kind of predictable, but that's okay. But our two main characters are Kate Harker and August Flynn. August is from the monster side of the tracks. Kate is from the human side of the tracks. They go to school together, they get to know each other, and they go on an adventure. Well, of sorts. It's more of a survival trip. But it's a good read as far as having you on the edge of your seat about 2/3 of the way through the book through the end. It is catching, but it's just not... It's not as good as Vicious. Trying to think of what would be good to describe this. The setting is a mega city that is split in two between the Harkers and the Flynns, and on one side of the track you have compassion and the want to be good from, oddly enough, the monster side of the tracks, Flynn's side. And on the human side you have the Harkers who, well, you pay for your own protection from the rest of the monsters that are lurking through the city. And those monsters aren't that great at cooperating necessarily and have their own agenda. Humans are scared to go out at night because that's when the monsters come out, and there's 3 distinct types. You have one that likes to hide in the creepy crawly shadows. You have another that can go out in daylight, rather vampiric, but also very much not human. And then the third, which are on Flynn's side, are very human-like, except when they're faced with a camera, their eyes go black as coal. And that's when you can see that they're definitely not human and that something else is there. What the something else is, you get to find out towards the end of the book, so I won't go into that detail. But if you like the idea of reading about monsters versus humans and what's good versus evil and what constitutes doing the right thing, this is a fairly good read. Even though it's well over 400 pages, it's a quick read, oddly enough. You're able to skim through it. I mean, it doesn't hurt to thoroughly read everything, but also it's very skimmable at the same time, if that makes sense. You don't necessarily need the nitty-gritty details to understand what's going on, and it's written semi-simplistically, so you can get what you need by skimming. I think Vicious by Victoria Schwab, or V.E. Schwab for her more adult series. Well, adult series isn't quite the right word. Her more complex works are under V.E. Schwab. Her more middle and high school books are under Victoria Schwab. This is not my favorite work by her, but also still a very compelling read. If you're looking for a fairly quick read that's not super complex, but is still kind of compelling, set in a fantasy dystopian world that's falling apart and you're trying to figure out what's right and wrong and what constitutes right and wrong, pretty good, solid read. Just not super complex. So there you have it. The Savage Song, Victoria Schwab. I'm gonna give it 4.5 stars. I'm not gonna lie, I would be kind of mad if the book left off as it is, but it's a duology! Our Dark Duet is the second in this series. I mean, this Savage Song definitely wraps up pretty well for what it is, but it definitely left me hungry for more. I'm excited to start Our Dark Duet next, and we'll see if this one is more complex, or is it going to be another pretty fast read for me? Who knows? I don't know. I haven't read it yet, but I'm excited to, because the world is in shambles after the end of this Savage song, and I want to see if it becomes less shambles in our dark duet. So, there you go. I'm gonna go read this now. Bye! Scary makeup. Normal makeup. It's amazing how much glasses can change your face.
Hello, little squeaks. Would you like to squeak some more? I love you.